I will now introduce our next speaker. So our next speaker is currently working as a full-time digital marketer for a tech company based in Vietnam. She is an SEO, a content marketer, and also an e-commerce shop developer. Ayan. So quick trivia, she was my upper class in college and we both took up software engineering. So we just got reconnected last year and worked together for this webinar. So let's welcome Yan Padrajas.
Yes, thank you so much, Joanna. And hello again, everyone. So once again, good evening to you all. And again, I am Yen. And I am very thankful for this opportunity to be able to share with you what I know about digital marketing and at least help you to know how we can use it to help create an impact on the movement of the gospel in this generation. So here are the key things that I want to share with you tonight. Next, please. Yes. So first, what is digital marketing? The next, what are the reasons why we need to learn digital marketing now? Then how can we get started? And what are the skills needed? And lastly, how we can create an impact through digital marketing. So first, what is digital marketing? So digital marketing or online marketing is the process of promoting a brand through implementing different marketing strategies using various digital devices and online platforms. So basically, we are using digital marketing for the following reasons. First, if you want to make your product, your company, or organization to be known to many people. So another is if you want to make the same product, company, and organization to be visible on different online platforms. And lastly, if you want to reach people so you can promote your services, your products, and your brand. So digital marketing therefore is all about implementing strategies so that more people will see you, your organization, and more people will be aware of your presence online. So it's all about establishing a connection with your audience so that you can make them interested in what you say and in what you offer. So why do we need to learn marketing now, especially during this pandemic and especially during this generation? So next slide, please. So first, uh, it is better compared to traditional marketing. So can you like, yes? So as you all know, traditional marketing is includes TV promotions, broadcasting, billboards, posters, flyers, and anything or any channel or marketing channel that do not use the internet. So from here, we already know why digital marketing is so much better than traditional marketing. First, it can reach more people internationally. So with digital marketing, we can reach people worldwide, not only in the Philippines or in a limited region or location. And it also has higher engagement rates, which means that getting feedback, opinions, and suggestions from your audiences is easier with digital marketing. And we can connect with them or with our audience 24/7. And next is that we can provide, of course, more information. So flyers, TVs, and broadcasting companies, they all are very limited and we can only wait and think about what they can provide. But with digital marketing, information will be everywhere. Information is everywhere, and we can learn as much as we can and as much information as we want from many different brands, and of course provide it to our audiences. So lastly, it does not cost a lot. So as you already know, TV ads costs a lot of money, and you also need to pay to advertise on billboards, and you also need to spend some cash for, of course, printing flyers and posters. So you can definitely, with digital marketing, you can definitely start without paying for anything. So next, a reason why we need to learn digital marketing now is that digital marketing is, okay, we're so sorry about that. But to proceed, digital marketing skills is currently in demand. Yes, so there were around 620,000 job postings for digital marketing just last June 2021. So who knows, it will be bigger, it will be so much bigger in the current time and the current situation. And in 2021 also, there were over 15,000 newly established startup companies, and this is from Statista. So aside from this, these startup companies, there are also a lot of e-commerce shops worldwide, and they are also growing in number. And as we all know, we always buy from Shopee and Lazada, and there are so many startup companies and e-commerce shops also trying to put themselves out there to add their products out there in the digital marketing world. In the digital world. So this means that there is a great need for more people who can market these products, who can give brand awareness and visibility to these new startup companies. So in summary, this is the best time to really learn about digital marketing. So these opportunities are open to people as well who have the digital marketing related skills, such as content writing, social media marketing or management, SEO, photography, videography, and graphic design. So if you have these skills, I believe that it is the time for you, if you really want to start learning it and honing your skills about it, because the opportunity is very huge. As a digital marketer for 2 years, I've seen a lot of job postings on LinkedIn, and they cannot find, or so many people, so many companies cannot find the right marketers for their team. So I believe if you have that in your heart to be a marketer, you can really start now. Next is, yes, next is, of course, if you have your own business, your own organization and churches, you can use digital marketing to know how to market it. And you can also save money or the cost for hiring people. And lastly, it will help expand our reach for digital evangelization. So of course, it is only right that we use our God-given skills for the expansion of his kingdom. So if you have digital marketing skills, then we could use it to spread the gospel even further. And of course, during this pandemic, we need skills to help us uh, yes, market our churches. And as Christians, we need to learn how to communicate digitally. And of course, market the most important person and the most important thing, or no, it's the person in the world, which is Jesus. Yes. So now that we know what digital marketing is, so I think it is time to know how to get started with digital marketing. So here I have made an example or an analogy on how does digital marketing work. So yes, so digital marketing is all about helping a brand or organization grow. So its process is like planting a seed-bearing plant or seed-bearing fruit tree. So first thing that you need to do is that you choose the soil. So as we all know, there is a good soil and a bad soil. So even Jesus mentioned it in one of his parables, that no matter where you plant your seed or where you sow your seed, there will always be a good seed where it can allow the plant or the seed to grow well. So it is the first step in digital marketing. You have to choose the right soil where you can plant your brand message. The next is you cultivate the soil to prepare it for planting. Then you plant and sow your seeds. Then after that, you nurture it, you fertilize it, you let it get some sunlight. And then of course, lastly, you have to protect it. So you have to protect it from weeds, from insects, from storms, and make sure that this tree or this plant really serves its purpose. So in the digital marketing perspective, the soil represents your audience and the platform that you will use. So choosing the right audience and platform will help the brand grow easier and faster. And of course, if you want to target the right customers, you will have a hard time promoting your business to people who cannot relate about or understand your purpose. So next is that you cultivate it, or the cultivation represents your efforts in preparing your audience and your platform for your message. So this is where you prepare your audiences, you prepare your platform, you create the accounts that you need to create in order to prepare it for publishing and posting your message to your audiences. And next is sowing the seed. So the seed represents your brand and your brand message, and sowing represents your efforts in developing the message and communicating that message into your audience. So specifically, this is the point where we start sharing the message to the people so that it can take root and grow. And next is that you nurture it, you water it, you fertilize it. So this is a time where you use different digital marketing strategies to spread your message further. So this is through, of course, digital marketing strategies like SEO, so content marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, and all other efforts that will help expand your reach and gain loyal customers or audiences. And lastly, we need to protect it. So this is where you make sure that, of course, your brand is already being known by many, and we cannot avoid that there will be, like bashers, negative comments, and this is the point where you have to protect your brand, and you need to maintain it so that people will continue to trust your brand. You maintain it, you protect it, and manage its reputation. So in order to explain this process better, I have here an example on how we can conduct or get started with digital marketing. So can we proceed to the next slide? Okay, I think I have to take it slower. So yes, so this is a use case example. So this is just an example, guys, so that we can have an in-depth explanation about how to get started with digital marketing. So here is a situation where a group of young Christian professionals has gathered together and decided to use their individual skills to share the gospel online. So these people, they want to connect to the most both youths and young professionals, and they want to start gaining influence in the Philippines first before expanding their reach internationally. So this is just an example. So they are all aiming to achieve one purpose, and that is to make the gospel go viral. So where should these people or group of people start? So beneath, or here you can see that there are a lot of people, or here in the team includes people with different skills. So there we have an SEO, we have someone who knows how to write content, someone with motivational skills, someone who knows a lot of people, someone who loves to talk, someone with leadership skills, storytelling skills, with web development skills, graphic design, a pastor, of course, a CEO and a wife, a videographer, someone who loves to sing, plays instruments, and social media skills. So this is what comprises this team who want to make the gospel go viral. So where do you think should they start marketing and organizing to spread this message further? So please proceed to the next slide. Yes, so first, as I've said, you choose the soil first. So first you have to identify your target audience. So identifying your target audience is, yes, like the soils, you have to make sure that you plant the right, you plant the message to the right people, because if you don't do it, if you don't target the right audience, you will be wasting your effort in making your campaigns, implementing your campaigns, and people will not appreciate it. So here we can, in identifying your target audience, we can like start asking the questions or these following questions. So first, what is their target location? So as we've said in the use case, as it was mentioned, the target location is in the Philippines. They want to start in the Philippines. And what is their age range? So youths and young professionals, in average, are from 15 to 30 years old. So what are their online habits? So of course, millennials and Gen Zs are very, active on social media platforms, and they watch YouTube, they use TikTok, and they also listen to podcasts, and there's a lot more habits that these Gen Zs and millennials have. And next, what are their interests? So of course, since we are making the gospel go viral, so this is the mission. So even though these people have a lot of different interests, or they have various interests, it's okay to target anything, or the interest that they have, or we can target any one of them with different interests, so it's okay. So next is, what is their nationality? Of course they should be Filipinos, because because we are targeting from the Philippines. But of course, we don't know if we have foreign nationals in the country, so it's okay to target them as well. But as long as they are inside the Philippines and are active in social media in the Philippines. So that is how you identify your target audience. So other useful demographics may include their education, where did they graduate, where are they studying, or their culture, their income, their gender, and etc. So these are some of the demographics that you need to, ask in order to identify who your target audiences are. So next please. Oh yes. So next is to identify the marketing platform that you will use. So yes. So here are since that this organization is new, as an example, uh, and they are still waiting or still starting. So I believe that in this case, it is best to use social media first, like Facebook, which is a good starting platform to promote a brand ideal, and it's ideal for brand awareness and boosting your digital presence. So Facebook is very good for startups. It is very good for startup e-commerce shops as well, and startup companies, in order to build more awareness and build visibility online. And also, as I've said, there are graphic designers from the team, and photographers, videographers. So it's also good and nice to promote their skills and to promote Jesus and the gospel through Instagram, which is which is very good in promoting images, digital art, and graphic design. And also, we have YouTube. So we have videographers there, we have storytellers. So we also have a pastor there. So they can use YouTube to share information about the gospel through videos. And YouTube is also best for these evangelists and apologists, so that they could explain even better what the word is. They could explain to more people how God loves them. Because if it's just written, sometimes people cannot, relate to it, or they do not like to read much. So it's best for evangelists to use YouTube as a platform to market Jesus. Next is podcasts. It is best for thought leaders and people who loves to talk about various things. So podcast, I believe that it is already growing. Many people are already starting with podcast, and I believe before that Sam and Jen also want to start their own, and I hope that they would, and I'm looking forward to it as well. So next is the website. So website is best, as we've mentioned in the use case. They are also planning to expand internationally. So in order to do that, when they decide to expand, it is good to develop their own website already, so that they can expand their reach internationally. So other platforms may include also TikTok, Pinterest, question and answer websites like Quora, and community websites like Reddit. So these can all be used to increase visibility and awareness for your brand. So next is, yes, since we've already decided who our target audiences are and what platforms are we going to use, this time we are going to prepare our platform to show the message. So first is you develop your brand. So your brand is your identity. It is how people will identify you, or give a distinction about your brand, or about your company. So you have to decide the name of your group, your company and organization. Then also you have to decide your logo and choose the palette so that you will have your brand, your organization will have their own identity and personality. So next is you develop your brand story. So you write your mission, your vision, the story behind the purpose of your company, and how you came up with a decision to gather together to share the word and to make the gospel go viral. So you have to develop that so that people, when you once you publish it, people would understand why you came up to that decision. And next is to create your social media accounts. So since we are going to use social media accounts first, we have to we have to use, yes, I mean, create social media accounts like Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube accounts, and other social media platforms or accounts where you can place your message. So it is not limited, of course, to what I've set an example. You can also use TikTok if you like, because there are Gen Zs and millennials using TikTok. And yes, other platforms as well. If you want to answer questions from random people, you can use Quora. Yahoo Ask. Yes, Yahoo Ask, I think. Yeah, and also you can try Reddit because it's a huge community of many people. So you can find a community of believers there, or community of Filipinos there that you want to share your word, share the word, of course. The next is to sow your seeds. So here we have to go live now, publishing and posting your brand message. So we have already prepared our brand message. So now you have to go live by publishing it on your pages, IG accounts, and more. So you post and publish your brand message. And of course, to start, you have to share it first to your online friends online. So we have to get that little motivation from our friends, of course, to like or follow our pages online. So next is, yes, next, once we are able to sow our seed, now we make it grow, we nurture it, so we increase the brand awareness and visibility, and nurture it through through promotions. So first, here we're going to use content marketing. For this team, it is good to start with content marketing because we have to, write the brand message, the mission and vision, and this may include written content as well, images, graphics, illustrations, and videos. So content marketing helps in communicating your brand message. It also increases the trust of your audience. So the more you explain to people what your brand is, the more you explain what your purpose is, the more they will understand it and know if they are going to trust you or not. So it's up to the content marketing team to really do that. So next is the social media marketing. This involves promotions through social media. It includes engaging with the audiences, listening to their opinions, opening up discussions, and making content that will pique their interest. Yes, and it also includes encouraging them to share and like your post. So social media marketing, Miss Rochelle will explain it to you even further. But yes, social media marketing is not just for likes and for follows. It also needs to have a purpose. You have to have a purpose in everything that you post, right, in your social media accounts, so that people will even understand you more. Next, we have here other marketing strategies that you can use. So we have search engine optimization. So this strategy is best if you already have a website. So if this team wants to extend the reach, they have to develop website, and they need SEO, or search engine optimization, to rank their content or their website high in search engines. Also, we have email marketing. It is connecting with people and sending personalized news and information about your brand through emails. Then we can also have or use influencer marketing. It is collaborating with influencers with a huge following already to make you viral content. So if you are just starting with your organization, you might want to use, or you might want to collaborate with other Christians as well, with a huge following already to promote your new organization, your new team. Next is pay-per-click advertisements. These are paid ads to generate more traffic and leads. Yes, so next, once your brand grows, once you already have a huge following, once you gain the trust of your audiences, the next is you protect it. So first is you maintain their trust and confidence. So make sure that you stand by your message. You only tell the truth, especially if it's about the gospel and not compromising your identity. Next is you manage your reputation. You handle negative comments, bashings, and bad reviews. So we cannot avoid that when the time comes that your brand or your organizations become known, it's inevitable to have negative comments and toxic comments, bad reviews. But this is the situation, or this is the point where you have to protect your brand so that people will continue to follow you, they will continue to trust you. And next is getting more user generated content. So leveraging the use of polls, hashtags, quizzes that will encourage your audience to share and engage with your content. So user-generated content is people's testimony about your brand. So we also need to encourage our audience to share our pages as well. So this is how you maintain and manage your reputation. So yes, I really hope that you were able to understand. So that sums up how we do digital marketing for a brand. That is very basic, but I hope you understand how it works. So next is what skills do you need? So what skills do you need for digital marketing? So here we have content writing and copywriting and editing. So if you have these skills, you are ready to go. You are good to go to become a digital marketer. Next is data analysis. Of course, digital marketing does not only involve campaigns. You also need to measure it so that you will know if your campaigns are effective. The next is if you know graphic design and illustration, videography and video editing, social skills, your social media management skills, your project management skills, UX design and web design, and of course, SEO skills. So here are only some of the digital marketing skills that you need to equip yourselves with. And yes, but if you don't have it, I would like to leave you this quote. Next, please. Yes, the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice, from Brian Herbert. So to tell you honestly, as Miss Jonna said earlier, I am not a digital marketer or a marketer by my course or my education. I was a software engineer and decided to only work in digital marketing for actually 4 years now. And to tell you honestly, I didn't have enough skills for that. But through learning, and of course, free, the information from the internet, through learning from that, you can, start the digital marketing career as well if you want. And this is what we want to encourage you. Next is, lastly, so how can we create an impact in this generation? So yes, next please. So digital marketing for ministry, how can we create an impact in this digital world? So many people associate marketing with the love of money and full of deceptions. And that is how I first saw it in my perspective. And that is also why many Christians shy away from this career. So, but more than ever, the digital community needs Christians who are more capable of boosting the online presence of their churches, and Christians who can stand by their faith with uncompromising support for the truth, despite the toxicity of social media and the internet itself. Next, because of the pandemic, we were forced to stay at home. We can go outside and visit our churches. But because of many skilled, Christ-loving Christians, churches were brought to our homes instead, satiating our need for hearing the word and spreading the gospel further through social media and many other platforms. So this is the kind of impact that we should inspire our fellow Christians and others, an unwavering desire to share God's word and being a generation who motivates strength of faith in the Lord. So next, so let's continue sharing the gospel through digital marketing and through our individual skills. So no matter what the situation is, that may be the pandemic or being forced to stay at home, we hope that it will not stop us to evangelize and spread the message even further. So yes, fight the good fight for the true faith. Hold tightly to the eternal life to which God has called you, which you have declared so well before many witnesses. And that is all for my talk tonight. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I was able to add value today. So yes, thank you.